As we go into the business end of the season, we are still in European contention, but can we maintain it? And today we will have two very difficult games before we enter the final phase of the season. It's not going to be easy, but let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to The Road to Glory, Part 45, Season 5, here at Livingston. And if you are a first-time visitor to the channel and you like FM content, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support that very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. And just a little bit of news is that I do have to go into hospital today to have a few tests done, and because I have had a really bad flu of late, it is possible that they might want to keep me in for a few days, but they've got to do what they have to do and I'll be extremely bored. But please bear with me, we might miss a couple of days in terms of episodes being uploaded, but I will make it up to you. As soon as I'm out, we'll get straight back down to business again. We've got to make sure this Livingston team does the business. So hopefully we're not going to be away for too long. And hopefully we won't miss any days at all if it all goes well. But let's get on to what's happening today. And today we have two very, very difficult games. And we will be in the first game away at our fiercest rivals, Dundee. And the fans will not be too happy unless we get at least a draw against Dundee. And personally, I want to get a win against them. They are in 10th place. We are in 3rd. There is no reason why we shouldn't be winning that game. And then we will be following up with the Scottish Cup semi-final game against Celtic. And that is going to be a game we're very unlikely to get anything out of. But wouldn't it be great if we could reach the Scottish Cup final? That would be just a dream. But we are away at Celtic and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a very, very tough encounter. And what has happened on the pitch since you were last here, where you saw us beating Kilmarnock in the last episode in the Scottish Cup quarter-final by 2-0 fairly comfortably. And then we had a very poor 0-0 home draw in the Premiership against Hibernian. And we followed that up with a 2-0 win against Falkirk at home. And that means that the Premiership now looks like this. Celtic have 84 points. Rangers are 22 points behind Celtic, so we can pretty much say that Celtic have won the title. Rangers on 66, and they are 1 point ahead of us on 65. And then it gets interesting because Hearts are 10 points behind us. Now, after today, after the last game of this first phase, there will be 15 points only on offer. So being 10 points ahead at this point in time is very, very nice. But we'd like to keep it at 10 or if possible 13. Hearts will be playing against Rangers, so if Hearts lose, then we have an opportunity to extend the gap to 13 points, which will mean we only need 2 points in order to claim 3rd place. And that would be what I would want to do. And finally, in 5th place, Hibernian are on 43 points. They are 22 points behind us, and that means that no matter what happens, they cannot catch us. So we are actually destined, no matter what happens, to finish in 3rd or 4th. And what does that mean? In terms of 3rd and 4th, there is a big difference, because the 3rd place team will qualify for the Europa League playoffs, and the 4th place team will qualify for the Conference League 3rd qualifying round. So if we can finish in 3rd, we will be in the Europa League playoffs, which will be absolutely brilliant, and we will get 2.15 million for the board to play with, and hopefully they'll decide to reinvest some of that money. Of course, it is possible that we can still finish in 2nd and overcome Rangers, but I don't see that as a realistic opportunity. I see it much more realistic that we will finish in 3rd or 4th, and I'm hoping that it's going to be 3rd. And so without much further fuss today, I think we're going to get straight in to our 2 games today, the first of which is Dundee away. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Dundee is Bentley in goal, with Ben, Akinola, Fitzwater and Penrith at the back, Omeonga, Bowen and Sweet in midfield, with Moylan, Nubler and Anderson up front. I've decided to play Sweet as a Mazzala today. I played with a Carolero, just because we need to possibly close down the fullback here. But I've decided to go with a Mazzala because I don't want to take any away of our attacking options. Maybe the wrong call, but it may be the right call to make. We certainly have to be careful down the left. They are very good down the left, and maybe playing him as a Mazzala will be the actually the way to go here today. And so we need to send these boys out with a little bit of confidence, with a little bit of fire in their bellies, and let's hope that we can get the result against Dundee. The fans will not be happy if we come away without anything, so we need to get at least a point. And it has been a very, very quiet start. Nobody has really dominated the game. Dundee have had more of the possession, but we are coming into the game a little bit more. Where match momentum is with us, but we still are not threatening their goal very much. And although we have had all the shots, Dundee are yet to have an opportunity. We do have a free kick. Penrith fires in the free kick. We have an injured player maybe, or do we? Nubler with a shot, and Nubler has driven it into the top corner. It is a goal to nil. Do we have someone injured, or is that Dundee? I think that's Dundee, and we're going to ask Penrith to ease off the tackles. But what a goal that was. And it just fell to Nubler. Nobody pressed him, and he just drove it into the top corner. The goalkeeper had absolutely no chance, and that is the perfect result. If we can hold on to this now, that will be absolutely perfect. We are dominating the game. Dundee are not much of a threat, so maybe the idea to play the Mazzala was a good idea, and that was another opportunity that goes wide. We just need to be careful at the back that we don't actually give them one chance and they score from it. We are getting shots on target. It's a good ratio we're getting, but 1-0 is never enough. And Penrice does have a throw for Livingston. Back to Penrice. The ball deflects back to him somehow, and here's Moylan with a really good ball to Bowden. Can he get the ball into the box? And he's had the ball stolen off him. And it is Grimmer, actually, who is in trouble for Dundee. He's got picked up a little knock, and because maybe we are closing him down now. Hopefully he will make a mistake at some point. Nubler is looking to get on the ball. He can't, but he's taken the ball off the fullback, and he's racing into the box, and that was a chance, and he couldn't get his head on it. Anderson had a chance, and I'm just looking at Anderson's rating at the moment. He's already on a 6.5. I really don't know what I should do about Anderson. Yeah, we need to say things are going well. You weren't that bad, but you can do even better. So let's get out there, finish this game off. You give me kittens when it's only 1-0. We need to get out there and finish this game. We've had so much of the play, and yet you haven't finished the game off, and that is not really very nice. And we need to do something. Maybe I need to make some changes. Once again, Anderson's having a very poor game, so let's make some changes. So we've just made a couple of changes, and we brought on Devlin because Ben also was not having the greatest of games, and I think we need to probably... And we do have a free kick though, and Penrice with the free kick, and he hit the crossbar. Or was it saved? If it was saved, it was a brilliant save. It's still only 1-0, and we need to get this second goal. We've absolutely annihilated them. The story of our season, but we cannot finish games off, and it's very nerve-wracking watching every one of these games. It is a corner, Penrice with the corner, and that's a good save by the goalkeeper. Do I need to make some further changes? Let's go and have a look. And so we've just made one more change, and I don't think we actually need to make any more changes, but Dundee do have a free kick, and we need to be very, very careful. We do not want them scoring a goal from one of the two opportunities they've had. But Moylan has found himself in space. The ball is inside. I think he was taken out there, referee. And the referee has said he was taken out. We will have a free kick, and they have got a red card, and that is hopefully going to mean that Dundee now have nothing more to offer. I'll make a couple more changes, and hopefully now we can see this game out, and we have beaten Dundee. That's a good result. We need to we need to have a look at what's happened and do not become complacent. It's very, very important now they don't become complacent, and we need to have a look at what happened with Hearts. Rangers have beaten Hearts, which means now that we are 13 points clear of Hearts. There are now only going to be 15 points on offer as we move into the final phase of the season. It's been a great result, and Celtic have been crowned as champions. They obviously they drew with Hibernian 0-0, and that was enough to see them over the line. And Rangers beat Hearts, so they are still a point in front of us, but we have increased the gap over Hearts, and that is obviously something that's extremely good news. So we need to go and see what we can do in the Scottish Cup now. And so we need to prepare for the Celtic match. And so I'll go away and play through the week, and we'll come back just before kick-off. We'll see you soon. And so we are back, and just before we go to this game against Celtic, we can have a quick look at the order in which we will play these fixtures. And it is quite interesting that we will play Hibernian first, and then we will follow that by Motherwell. So we will play probably the weakest two teams first, and then we'll follow that with Celtic, Rangers and Hearts. And I think we need to get whatever points we need. 3 points, I believe. We need to get it from these two games. And so the first two games are going to be very, very big for us. And I would hope we can get 4 points from those two games and see ourselves into the Europa League before we get to Celtic, Rangers and Hearts at the end. But now it's time to go and play Celtic. And so the team for the match against Celtic is unchanged from our last game. We have Bentley in goal with Ben, Akinola, Fitzwater and Penrice at the back. Omionga, Bowden and Sweet in midfield, with Moylan, Nubler and Anderson up front. And nobody expects us to get anything out of this game, and that includes the board, it includes the supporters, and probably it includes me as well. I really am not expecting to get anything out of this game. We're the underdogs. Just go out there, put on your best performance, and like it was before for the Rangers game, just don't get thrashed and don't let morale plummet through the floor. And it is going to be Celtic with the first highlight. And I just hope that it's not a cricket score here. Celtic break into the box. They are through. They've hit the post. And somehow we've cleared it. And it's gone out for a throw-in. And at the moment, Celtic are dominating proceedings. And we have not even threatened their goal in any way at all. And they are still coming forward, looking to get the ball into the near post. That's a good tackle, but we've given away a penalty. I was wondering when we were going to give away a penalty. It hasn't happened for a few games, so we were due to give away a penalty. I think it's one of the things that FM needs to address, is that the number of penalties that are happening in this year's game is totally unrealistic, and teams are giving away huge amounts of penalties. And Celtic are about to take the lead. The goalkeeper did get his hand to it, but it's not enough, and Celtic are ahead, and it is Celtic 1, Livingston 0. But we've got to keep going. We've got to just do our best, try to get at least something out of this game. And it is quite interesting that these teams tend to score early goals against us, and I never know whether to play with the low block or the high block, because whichever one I seem to choose, it doesn't seem to matter. Today I went with a mid block, and that doesn't work either. And there's a header, and they've made it 2-0 now, and this is pretty much like the Rangers game had gone. I'm going to go and change things up a little bit, because we are not playing well enough, and I think we're just going to go and attack them a little bit more and get stuck into them and see what happens, because I guess like the Rangers game, we're just sitting back too much and not getting at them enough, and so maybe a little change might make the difference. But we are 2-0 down. I wasn't expecting anything, but Celtic have another chance, and it is going to be a cricket score, I think, because they are almost scored again, and this is a big worry. that they are all over us and there doesn't seem to be anything we can do. But the quality of player, and I was looking through their team earlier, they are all 5-star players compared to our 3-star players. And what are we supposed to do? And whilst we'll hopefully put on a good show, we're not likely to win this. And we are not doing a very good job here. There's only 17 minutes gone, and they're absolutely pummeling us. And again, it's out for a corner, out for a throw-in, and we've seen off that danger temporarily. And Weah, maybe it's time to go and tight mark Weah. He's obviously a danger, but even tight marking him, he's too clever a player. And this again, Celtic have another chance from a set piece, and it's a great save. And have I got them staying on their feet? No, I need to tell them to stay on their feet because we're giving away a lot of set pieces, and I really don't know how to deal with this. And Anderson was just allowed the ball to be taken off him, and here comes Celtic again, and it really is an absolute thumping this. And there's a shot on goal, but it goes over the bar. This is an absolute thumping. Can we get to half time? We need to press Timothy Weah. He's just such a good player, though. If we press him too much, he's just going to get past us. And it is Celtic again coming forward. They're too good, and whoever plays them in the final, good luck to you. What a good save by Bentley that was. Somehow we're keeping them down to only 2-0. We've hardly had anything of the game, and I just want to get this game over and get on the bus and go home. As I say, our shooting hasn't been good enough, but fair play to them. Anderson, of course, once again is in dreadful form, and it's about time, I think, that he came off. But if he's not getting many chances, you can't really blame him. But if he's not shooting very well when he does get opportunities, and are we having the ball taken off us? No, Sweet has managed to win it, but then he's lost it again. And here comes Celtic again. It's all Celtic, and there's nothing I can do. We're set up to play in the way we play best, and if we're not functioning today, then we're not functioning. And here comes Bamba with a long ball over the top, looking for Edwards, and he gets across into the middle. There's a chance, and it's cleared away, and it's going to be picked up again by Celtic. And I'm going to make some changes now. And so I have made a lot of changes. I've made 4 changes. There were 4 guys having dreadful games, as Beck looks to bring this down the line. Is there a goal in it for us? And he tries to get the ball into the box. It's well intercepted and cleared by Celtic, and they're just playing about with us. And it's 2-0. It's just a blessing at the moment. And here's Obele, who's come on for Bowden, and Martin's in space, and Martin's pulled one back, and it's Celtic 2, Livingston 1. I don't think it makes any difference, and I don't think it's going to be a repeat of the Celtic game, of the Rangers game, where we come back to 2-2. I think that's just a consolation. And Celtic have just taken their foot off the gas, I think, and they've had a wake-up call, and I'm guessing they will come back into the game at any point. But at least it's not the drubbing, but you can see they've had 24 shots, 13 on target, and we've just had 5 and 1 on target, and I guess Anderson's responsible for the 4 that have not been on target. And we just have not performed at all, and Celtic are looking to come again, and bringing it inside. We need to stop them bringing it inside. This is not part of the game plan, and they have scored. It is now 3-1, and nobody took him on, and they just let him stroll through and just said, here you are. You just take a pot shot from wherever you like. That was absolutely shocking defending. Look, there's 4 people there, and none of them actually went to him and said, hello, can you not do that? And it's now 3-1. I just want this game over. I never felt that we were going to get anything from this game, and it's proved to be that way. And as long as it's only 3-1, then I don't mind that. But I suspect that there's more to come. They've now had 28 shots, and they've had 16 on target. I'm surprised it's only 3-1. And we are being absolutely annihilated here. And there's Stacey again, and he's trying it again. He's a fullback, and he just is being allowed to shoot at will. And I don't know. Can I make any more changes? And I don't think I'm going to make any more changes at the moment. We're just going to try and see this game out. And I really don't want any more injuries either. I thought I'd picked up an injury there because we already have one or two. Will Boyle being the latest one to join the injury list. But I just want to see this game out. I just want to get on the bus now and go home. We never had any chance. And with Celtic in this kind of mood, and they're just like, they will get to 30 shots, and there's a ball over the top, and Icardi is through, he must score. It's a great save by Bentley, and they have had 30 shots with 18 on target, and Bentley's average rating somehow is only 7.3. I would have thought he'd had an amazing game, but it's still Celtic 3, Livingston 1. 4-1, will I take it? Yeah, I guess I'll have to. I'll have to swallow my pride. The fans will not be very amused. We've not played today, and it's come out there. Will they take the shot? Oh, he's just like skated past him there. It's now 4-1. What can you do? When the players are not playing, that's the way it is. It's now Celtic 4, Livingston 1. This has been a lesson for us in just how bad we are. Look at their XG, 4.09. They've had 31 shots and 19 on target. We've actually had the better of the possession but they're just a better team than us, and all their players are 5-star. And we have 3-star, 3.5-star players out on the pitch. And what do you expect? And we got away with it once during the season where we got a draw against them. But this is not going to be one of these days. And are they going to make it 5? That's a great save by Bentley. And I'm just going to shout at them, demand more, because this is not good enough. They have not played very well. We've still got 2 minutes to last out. How many shots are they going to have on our goal? They've had 32 so far, and they're still going at us. Just give us a break, Celtic, will you? And we have managed to head that away, but it's coming straight back. And it is going to be the final whistle, thankfully. And we have been beaten, as I expected, by 4-1. I'm just going to tell them that I'm not happy with their performance. They didn't play very well. They didn't give it their all. And we were not good enough. And when you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And the fans are like, what a load of rubbish. And Coyote looks like a player bereft of confidence. Well, that's quite interesting because he didn't actually even play. So the fans don't really know what they're talking about. And so we have lost to Celtic in the Scottish Cup semi-final. It was a poor draw that we had. We could have had a better draw. But it's a poor result and a very, 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 very bitter taste. The players have to take responsibility for that, not me. They were absolutely shocking. And so we have these 5 games coming up: Hibernian, Motherwell, Celtic, Rangers and Hearts. And we will come back, I think, just for the Hearts game at the end of the season, and we will then do the end of season review. I think and I hope that we can get 3 points out of the next 2 fixtures, which will mean that we qualify in 3rd place, which will be the Europa League spots. And so hopefully by the time we come back for the game against Hearts, we will be able to confirm that we are in the Europa League next season. And that's it for this video. If you are new to the channel and you like FM content, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support that very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. And so from a very, very disappointed manager here at Livingston, although can you be too disappointed after we are probably going to qualify for the Europa League? Can I be too upset with the boys? Probably not. All that remains to be said now is we'll see you in the next episode.